So why did you come here? For the people of the world, and for myself. I'm a social justice photographer, after all. Social justice? Then allow me to guess the reason why you came here. Was it perhaps to expose the illegal evidence tracking? Oh, I get it. You were trying to get a scoop on the secret dealings. Huh? Y'all know that much already? Well, I reckon there ain't no reason to hide it anymore. My sources tell me there's some kind of black market auction being held around these parts. What do you say? So then, all this evidence here is... Yep, they're the goods for the auction. There's a lot of dirty money flying around here. I wanted to try and catch it with my own eyes. My source gave me a whole bunch of info, but I figured just hearing about it ain't enough. Seeing is believing, after all. So I've been staking out the place from behind this here statue since yesterday. Auction took place late last night and went on till the early morning. A murder on the night of the black market auction. Could the two events be related? And that proves... Well, unless it's... I don't know where the auction's held, actually, never mind. I was going to be like, oh, they have the auction, obviously, in the other room, but they could actually have it in here. Oh, that's how you avoid the fucking key card. They just come in through here. Because that elevator, 100% goes down to the 50th floor. So instead of, like, buzzing in through that room, they go up from above and go down into here. The black market dealings in the Grand Tower. Guess I've really hit the mother lode this time. Were all the items in the auction prices of evidence? There's some normal stuff too, like stolen art and the like. Ain't nobody interested in that. I wouldn't consider stolen art to be normal. But I reckon the evidence was the star of the show here. These folks are laughing at us, trying to get their hands on the latest goods from the police. The police. So that's what you wanted to get pictures of, Miss Hart? Pretty much. They were meeting right under this very storeroom, and I watched them from up here. You said you were here since yesterday. Did you witness the entire event? It was a black market auction after all. They followed a fairly detailed procedure. First, the participants entered the storeroom from the viewing platform one at a time. I fucking knew it! When they got in, they each took one of those masks and on the wall over there. Funny thing about those masks, they're all equipped with voice changes. Itty-bitty ones. Oh, never mind. This makes way more sense. So that chick actually had that on. Because she was participating in the auction. That way, they wouldn't be recognized. They wanted to protect their... anonymity? You mean their anonymity? Yeah, that's it. Their anonymity. Why not just say identity and make things easier for all of us? After putting on those masks, they go down the lift. And the next fella would come right in. On the way back, it was the exact same thing, but in reverse. They'd come up one by one, return the mask, and head up out the storeroom. Okay, no. This makes way more sense. So they were coming out. The person in the red cape was code or whatever, ended up coming out, and that's why Kay saw the moon over his shoulder. And then he probably just hit her or something over the head. And then ended up pushing her down. Mass data jotted down in my organizer. How many participants were there? 11 people altogether. I counted each of them as they made their way down. I'll have you know, I wasn't just laid up behind that statue the entire time. And where were you in the beginning? The beginning? Well, don't you worry yourself about that, you hear? So she was hiding behind the statue the entire time. I watched the folks coming in while lurking in the shadows. All secret agent-like. Note to self, secret agents like to lurk in the shadows. And then they used that lift over there to get down to the auction site. After they all went down, I watched the whole thing from the lift. Did that lift stay down the entire time? Nah, it came back up. But there's a tiny gap in the floor there. There's a bit of space between the floor and the lift platform, you see? So I could see just about everything that was going on down there. Then did you see the person who was conducting the auction? They had a mask on, dumb fuck. Huh? Well, yeah. You betcha I did. What kind of story would this be if I didn't know who the conductor was? The conductor, huh? Seems I'll need to ask her for more details. Who's the conductor? Do you have any more information about this so-called conductor? You know, I came here to get me a scoop. What makes you think I'll give up my info to you all willy-nilly? Basically, what you're saying is you don't know. Oh, I see. So that's why she won't answer. What can I say? I couldn't even tell how old they were. Or if they were a guy or gal. Can you tell me what the person was wearing at the time? Red coat? They had on a white jacket with a purple flower. And they were wearing white gloves. Never mind. Purple flower, though. But you know, that doesn't mean much when I have no earthly clue what they are. Who they are. White coat, white gloves. Interesting. Purple flower. Purple flower. Purple flower. Purple flower. So the conductor's identity was hidden, just like the participants. That's right. They had on a mask and voice changer, just like everybody else. What kind of mask did this person wear? It was a Zervan mask, I reckon. Zervan. What in blazes is that supposed to be? Mr. Edgeworth, you don't know about Zervan? He's the sworn enemy of the global hero thingy. Zervan, the ruler of time. Seriously, who hasn't heard of him? Most people, I'd imagine. Since the conductor wore a mask, I assume you were not able to see their faces? Not even a teeny weeny bit. And after I came all this way from my big scope. Sniff. This whole story's turning out to be nothing but fool's gold. Thank you. That set of clothes seems familiar. Perhaps I should show her that piece of evidence. They look like this person that got stabbed? He said the conductor wore a white jacket with a purple flower and white gloves. What could have happened though? I don't want this to like... She got hit in the head, right? What this could have been is they switched out the coats. Because I guarantee this person, like, who's helping Kay isn't the fucking conductor. That would be silly. That's right. They sure look spiffy for a criminal mastermind. Miss Hart, did they look anything like this? Also happen to have the gloves in the pocket? Come on. Come on! Hey, that's it. That's the conductor. Hold your horses. Are you telling me the conductor is dead? She's the victim of a case we're investigating. Her name is Jill Crane. Have you heard of her? Can't say I have. So she was a lady, huh? What kind of gal dresses like that? She got her, kicks her by fooling me into thinking she's a guy. I doubt that her intuition was to deceive you. Intention. Setting that aside, we have to establish something of major importance. The victim was the conductor of the black market auction. I see, so the conductor was killed. Then that might explain. Explain what, Miss Hart? Oh, nothing. It's nothing, honest. Miss Hart, you clearly sounded suspicious just now. And I'm telling you I ain't. Can't be. Sorry, were you trying to say something? No, I ain't. I ain't said nothing. Please don't be like that. Just tell us. How many times do I gotta tell y'all? I'm a journalist. Information is what pays the bills. I can't just go around spouting everything I know. I've already said too much. I got nothing left to say to y'all. And what if I found some fingerprints for you? What good would that do me? I don't want none of your dusty old prints. Why don't you two follow my example and do some investigating on your own? Oh, I guess she won't tell us anything. Not to worry, Emma. Just leave it to me. I am going to debate her and chess. I have a certain method of drawing out information from those who wish to hide it. Turn around, please. If my opponent's lips are sealed, I will be the one to unseal them. Let us begin. First, let's analyze my opponent's demeanor. I ain't telling you nothing, so quit wasting my time. She seems rather impatient, as if she's trying to cut off the conversation. I must be careful with my time. I won't have long to consider my responses. I'm almost certain that she's hiding something from me. And that's where I'll begin my attack. Now time for the first move. Let's calm down and talk this over. Don't you think you're overreacting a bit? Let's just calm down. I'm always calm. Now leave me alone. Never tell her to be calm. You don't look calm to me. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. What are you yapping about? All you're doing is wasting my time. This is gonna be way harder. Fuck. That was a wasted remark. Oh my! Miss Hart is getting increasingly impatient, as if she's trying to cut off the conversation. Must be careful with my time. I won't have long to consider my responses. Fuck, wrong one. I want you to tell me everything you know right now. No way, Jose. I ain't spilling my guts to someone I have no connection with. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Speed it up. Faster. A real journalist always keeps her cool. Speaking of journalists, I have something interesting to tell you. A few days ago, I met another self-proclaimed journalist. She spoke with an accent quite similar to your own. She spoke like me. And maybe it was your student. Nicole Swift. She had a distinct way of speaking, one very much like your own. Furthermore, she said that she had a mentor. Could she have been referring to you? Dun dun. Oh, you know Nicole? Well, ain't that a fun little coincidence? Where'd y'all meet? Wait, no. Stop trying to get me to spill the beans. Phew, that was a close call. Seems that she lets down her guard when she talks about Miss Swift. This could be a useful clue. I want you to tell me everything you know right now. Perhaps I should use that clue. I'm an acquaintance to your apprentice. You say I have no connection with you, Miss Hart. But don't you have a mutual acquaintance with your apprentice? Ew. Well, I reckon it would be mighty cruel of me to give Nicole's friend the cold shoulder. And why don't you share with us what you know? Well, when you put it like that, I guess I could let you in my scoop. No! I ain't falling for your nasty tricks. No siree. Your scoop? No, just forget it. It ain't nothing important. Do you have a scoop? I need my points back. Such a slip of the tongue, it's hardly becoming of a journalist. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell us what it is. Alright, you got me. I had me a perfect scoop. I ain't telling you what it is. I'm gonna sell the story to a publisher. The information she's hiding could be vital to the investigation. I need to make her talk. Next, I'll press her on the contents of her scoop. I just want my shit back, okay? It was a really brutal sequence on that one miss. Oh, big boost. She may be quick to lose her temper, but she's even quicker to loosen her tongue. She's not a difficult opponent. Now, to extract the information I need. Does your story pertain to an incident of some kind? Well, maybe it does, and maybe it doesn't. That's hardly a clear answer. Why are you always hollering at me? I ain't done nothing wrong. I just snuck in to do some investigating, engaged in reporting. You were trespassing. You didn't do anything wrong. That's a bold statement, considering you're currently trespassing on private property. Hey, you're doing it too. Well, I I guess a prosecutor's got the right to investigate wherever they please. I probably shouldn't mention anything about the current state of my employment. There are far worse people in the world, you know? Oh, I reckon I'm a saint, compared to the folks who murdered. Is your scoop related to a murder incident? Considering what you just mumbled, is it possible your scoop has something to do with the murder incident? Hey, I was only talking in general terms just now. I mean, anyone look like a bag of roses compared to a murderer, right? Sounds like you're just making excuses to me. All I did was gather info on the black market auction. A murder incident? I don't know anything about that. I ain't seen or heard none. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Fuck. Does this scoop of yours have something to do with the black market auction? What are you talking about? I don't know nothing about that. Weren't you in the middle of infiltrating the black market auction? The only logical conclusion is that your story has something to do with it. You ain't getting any answers from me. I didn't hear none. Did you hear something at the auction? You didn't hear. What, exactly? Did you hear something during the auction? No, that's, I just heard a weird sound is all. It ain't even worth mentioning in my article. Just forget about it. There's no question. Something happened during the black market auction. Heard a strange sound. This could be a useful clue. Sprint through here. Hope to God I don't get something wrong. Trespassing. I'm fucking unemployed. So I'm technically trespassing too. I'm also harboring a criminal. That part's a little, neck scratchy. Murder incident, nothing about. Perhaps I should use that clue. Didn't you hear a strange sound? Didn't you say you heard something strange during the auction? If it stuck out to you so much, it must not have been a sound that you would normally hear. For example, the screams of a murder victim. Ugh. How do you keep figuring out so quickly? That's right. I stumbled upon a murder in the middle of my stakeout. But please, don't make me say any more. This is the biggest scoop I've had in a while. The murder that she overheard. It's most likely the same incident we're currently investigating. This is bound to be crucial information. I'll finish this by confirming the credibility of her information. Oh, thank you. She has nowhere left to run. It's time to deal with the final blow. Are you still hiding something from me? Tell me the truth. I know you're still hiding something from me. I ain't hiding nothing from you, from nobody. I already done told you everything I know. I don't have enough clues for this. Fuck. Like, it could have been either of these. Fuck. Tell me about the incident. Tell me what you know about the murder incident. In full detail. Fuck, I didn't think you'd say murder incident. Well, my memory ain't what it used to be. Not much I can talk about. I ain't the most attentive gal in the world, you see. I don't have enough clues. Fuck me in the ass. Did you really stumble upon a murder? You call me a liar? Them's fighting words. I'm a bona fide journalist. I would never publish lies in my articles. Faster and more accurate than anybody. That's my motto. My motto, huh? This could be a useful clue. I could keep it in mind. Tell me more. Tell me more. Won't need a memory. Perhaps I should use this clue. I hardly expect a bona fide journalist to be so inattentive. Didn't you just say your motto is to be faster and more accurate than anyone? Well, that's... As I expected, the credibility of your information is suspect. But I know what I heard. I even got proof. You have proof. You have proof. How is that possible? Explain yourself at once. Let me hit you. I got more Wait, you heard that? Well, I was just talking to myself. You know, y'all just go on and pay it no mind. Seems she's still hiding something. Good. The middle one. Tell me the truth. Perhaps I should use that clue. Game over. Isn't there something you haven't told me yet? You have evidence regarding the incident you witnessed. Something definitive enough to publish in an article. What in tarnation? Let me off the hook already. Fine, I'll tell you everything. I'll even show you the photo I took if you all stopped harassing me. Is that good enough for you? Checkmate, bitch. Yeah, you really showed her. I lost. I really lost. The mouth of the South has been defeated. Now then, it's time to come clean. Tell me everything that you know. I was watching the auction, gathering info for my story. You didn't just watch, though. You got shocking photos, too, right? A little while after the auction started, someone won a bid, and the conductor banged the gavel. Someone hollered, "We'll finish the deal upstairs," or something like that. That ain't good, I thought to myself as I hurried back to hide behind the statue. Did you see whoever came up? Not quite, but I reckon the fellow that came up was the winner of the bid. I could smell the buttery aroma of big fat wads of cash. Buttery aroma? I can't imagine that at all. I reckon this room is where the bidders ponied up the dough for their purchases. The two of them talked for a while. A real long while. What? There was a second person in the storeroom. Well, he said, yeah, we'll finish the deal upstairs. You betcha I reckon it was the conductor. Then out of nowhere, one of them started screaming. Almost scared my britches off. I rolled myself up into a ball and kept on laying low. So you witnessed the murder? Well, I wouldn't say that I witnessed it, but I definitely heard it, though. Didn't you try to stop them? Just stop right there. That ain't even funny. What's a dainty little thing like me gonna do? Dainty? After that, I heard me some rustling and bustling. The whole time I was really regretting coming here, something fierce. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean. But nothing gets in the way of Lotta and her photos. This was my big scoop. Ain't no way I was gonna let it slip away. A bit later, I hear this loud thud. I figured it was my last chance to snap a photo from behind the statue. Well then, would you please show us the photo? It's gonna be K on the ground, because the loud thud was K falling. Oh, why do I have to? This is the person in the red raincoat who attacked K. The person in the red raincoat assaulted the victim in the storeroom, and then attacked K on the roof. Yes. There's only one person in this photo. Where's the victim? Yeah, I thought it was strange too. I could have sworn there were two of them, but when I looked, there's only the one. But that's got to be the killer, don't you reckon? He threw him down the elevator thing, which could have been the thumb too. You were able to tell this person was the culprit just by looking. Their hand was stayed bright red, so I figured it was them. What happened to the auction after the murder? None really. It just went on like normal. I guess those rich folks didn't give a hoot. They got some nerve. The nerve of a journalist is nothing to scoff at either. Oh yeah, there's blood on his hand. There's actually literally just fucking blood on his hand. After the conductor and another person entered the storeroom, one of them suddenly started screaming. And that would lead us in the conductor, which is Jill. Because we assume she's the conductor. Let's go talk to Kay. Maybe we can present this and be like, hey, is this a killer? No, this one. The person who pushed me! I'm sure it was this person! Yet you don't remember their face. Probably wearing a mask. But that red raincoat... I'm sure of it, I think. Probably. Please be more clear. I like a straight answer. Mr. Edgeworth, when you look at me like that, I begin to lose my confidence. My expression is not relevant. Was it this person or not? That red raincoat, it has to be the one. If that is true, it would be impossible for Kay to be the culprit. I'll need to gather more evidence. Good. 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 Can I logic something? I'll do this meme. Nice. If we assume that the murder took place in the storeroom, then we must conclude that the body was here as well. Huh? Isn't that pretty obvious? Do you remember how the participants left the auction? Of course, they'd passed through the storeroom on the way back from the auction. Ah! Exactly. The culprit had to hide the body so that the participants wouldn't discover it. The real question is, where was the body hidden?